You know, I don't like you know what it's like to be alone. Um, During the holiday, I can tell you right now, I've had swallowed that pill multiple times. It don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel good, and that's from uh, men and women. That's for men and women. It does not feel good to be alone through the season. You know? um, you probably told yourself, I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. And yeah, you can keep telling yourself that. I mean, I don't judge nobody. Like honestly, in this day and age, um, do what you do. She pee and pooped. She would sit down, chill out. Um, but you can take her upstairs with you. Um, you don't have to cage her. Just take her upstairs with you. So, like um, um, a lot of y'all been hustled. A lot of y'all been hustled, man. I mean, you have a right to believe what you believe. I've listened to a lot of people. Um, Listened to a lot of people. To me, I believe social media is very much anti-family. I believe social media is very much anti-family because it wants you to be dependent on them rather than you be dependent on your first network, and that's your family. And that's sad that some people rather depend on talking to strangers that they say, y'all, I'd rather sit here and hang with y'all, and they can sit on panels for hours and hours and hours. You got to think there's something mentally wrong. Happy Thanksgiving, Queen. I agree. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, don't follow this hustle. Like these media hustler preachers. Stop, stop following them, man. These people that like making these bank and cash coin, and every time, man, every year, bro, I be seeing y'all. Y'all get hyped up. The mob starts raging with the machine. Like y'all get so angry, or y'all got all this stuff. Y'all hear this news about this killing. Hear this news about this. Hear this news. 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 And every time it's just negative, negative stats and stats. Gender versus gender. It's always anti this, anti that. No culture, no culture. Like there's always something like that, man. And at the end of the day, you're getting hyped up and backpacked with all these narratives. And is it worth it? I'm saying this out of love to y'all, because is it worth it, man? I ain't want no family. The family court. Dude, don't worry. Women say that too. Women now say that now. Women are saying that also. Happy Thanksgiving, beloved. Happy Thanksgiving. That's a queen. That's a queen. BMT. Happy Thanksgiving. I love and respect all of y'all. And even to my people that I have issues with, I don't want y'all to be alone. I was alone when I was a soldier. I was alone. Happy Thanksgiving, free zone. Much respect to you, brother. If y'all can go over a friend's house, go over a friend's house. If y'all can go over to a family member's house, go over there. If y'all can have dinner at y'all house and just get a rotisserie chicken and have some people come through and just y'all chill, y'all buy a few bottles and stuff, um, play a few games, eat some rice. You know, y'all gotta go take some Uncle Ben rice out of the zip and make it work. Do it. Do what you gotta do to keep your peace and your happiness. Like, do what you gotta do. Like, see those people that be preaching that gospel shit to y'all about, stay away from the men. The men. And then the other side would be like, stay away from the women. They're making their coin. They're making their money. They backpack y'all. They're backpacking y'all. When it's all said and done, guess what? They go to their family. You think they're sitting? You think they're sitting at home and standing in front of the computer? No, they're getting dressed and getting ready to go to their family. And you're sitting by yourself. Well, I got, I guess if you have your dog or something like that, but this is not healthy. This place is just not healthy. It's not conducive. It's not conducive. And I'm not here to talk about people. So I don't want to when people come to me talking about what goes on other people's panels. Y'all keep that crap away from me. That's why I done a damn good job staying away from that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just an experiment. I keep my peace. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Jay at Low Value. I keep my peace. Candy Crush? Oh yes. Play Uno. People have walked people off a cliff talking about stuff. Like here's the thing: you can play the game or have sexual mark and all that stuff. When y'all get to why y'all so hooked up on the sexual market? Why y'all so hooked up on game? I never understood that. I agree, Free Zone. See up there, there's laughter. In my parents' place, they're there just they're right up there. Old ladies moving around in their gowns playing gospel music, like old gospel music. Cousins are at the other house, the older ones. And yeah, my wallet took a hit. My wallet did take a hit. But that's material. That's material. I can always make it back. I can always make it back. I got enough oil and stuff. I got stuff. I even bought a rotisserie chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like I bought a rotisserie fryer right here. And see, I built the table. People say, "What do you bring to the table?" When people ask about the question, what did you bring to the table? I don't ask that question. I just want people to come to the table. At this point now in life, I just want you to come to the table. I just want you to come home. I don't need you to bring something to the table. Just come eat at my table. Some people can't do that. That's why they say you got to bring something to the table. I don't need to do that. I just want you to come to my table. You just grab a plate. I'm not gonna judge you. We can judge each other 364 days, but right now I'm just thankful that you can walk to my table, crawl, whatever you gotta do. And at the end of the day, I'm watching y'all take these these stupid L's and follow these congregational stuff, man. And it's not beneficial. Like these people at this point now, man, like these charlatans are getting away with all this stuff, and they know who they are, and what are they gonna do? They can't come at me. They can't. I got everything that they can try to throw at me. Any arrows, I can bounce it back to them because I am the bottom of what they talk about, what they demonize. I love my women and my children and my fellow men. I love my family. Happy Thanksgiving, Doug. Twister is a fun game. Twister is a fun game. Uno is a fun game. Playing dominoes. Like I don't. I'm you know what I'm saying. Good morning. Like I said, I'm gonna drop the link to the panel. You know what I'm saying. Like I said, I yesterday. So this should probably be my third Thanksgiving. Like I had it where we got more stuff. This is the stuff that's left at my house. The rest of the other stuff is at the other house. This is just I got the stuff out of my house. I have two more. I have three turkeys left. If you are in the Carolina area and you need food, I don't care if you're a man. I don't care if you're a single mother. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. If you're a single entity, well, if you're a single entity, we'll just cook the food and just give you some food. That makes it simple to give you a whole ham. But I'd rather give it to a whole family. But I'd rather feed more people, get more out of it. But the constant fighting, stabbing, I'm not going to sit on panels for hours during a time where I'm supposed to be shared with loved ones. Like I told my homeboy, his doggone ex. She said, "Hey, if you need a place for Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying, you can always come. You can always come by the house and you know what I'm saying." This man hung up the phone on her. The fuck I look like going back to that bitch. And I said, nigga, you a jackass. You a jackass, nigga. She literally offering you a peace olive to come and eat, sit down and laugh, have a good time, and you allow your heart to be clouded with that much hate. He said, bro, I'm good. I said, clearly you're not, bro. She didn't have to invite you over. That woman up right now, and mind you, she can throw down. She can throw down. I've never seen that woman cook a whole spread of food. She ain't asking for no money. She ain't asking for no gas. She ain't asking for no goddamn anything. All she said is, you can come and sit down. See, this is where sometimes people's anger and their clouded judgment gets the best of them. And they miss the moment. People can say whatever they got to say about me. People can talk about me. People can clown on me. At the end of the day, I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I'm at peace with myself. I got the I know I have the power. to unsubscribe, tell YouTube to ignore, and go on. Same thing I told. Same thing I told. Um, a young man. He said he wanted to be with both his parents, but he can't. I said, well, take one day with one and go with the other one. Oh, you took mine. I don't know why my hair does that. I don't know why my hair does that. My hair does weird stuff. My hair does weird stuff. It does that. Like right now, my hair is doing this thing right now. So I try not to shake my hair too much. It just, I don't know. It's going through its goddamn fucking. My hair is this. Sometimes my hair represents my feelings. I feel like my hair represents my feelings. It's just doing this hot girl thing, whatever the hell it is called. A lot of people be like, "Oh, you doing that feminine stuff?" I guess my hair does that. Coils, not by my fruition. It just does that. So people ask me, I did not do this right here. It does that. It does that. It does that. So, don't ask me. Um, what was I? I got the link. I love y'all guys, and I know some of y'all don't have nobody or have anyone right now because social media people done talked y'all out of happiness. They done told y'all that hey, because a certain person makes only a certain amount of money, they're not worthy of you. Hey, honeybee, they done told you that because somebody already has a past, they're not worth your time. And because they have tattoos, they're they're not worth your time. Because this person had a shaky background, but they're trying to get their life together, they're not worth your time. Like, dude, if that's the case, then nobody would have anybody, and anybody will never be good enough for you. And I'm not telling you to drop your standards. I'm just telling you honestly, man. Like I listen to a lot of y'all, and I listen to a lot of y'all past, your background, your situations, of where y'all come from, and I'm like, Jesus, it was rough for y'all. It was rough for me. You're never gonna truly. You know what? Everybody always says like, you know what? I'm looking for that perfect person, right? I hear people say that they're looking for that perfect person, and when they say that they're looking for the perfect person, what makes them what makes them perfect is the journey. It's the journey. Happy Thanksgiving, Omega. What makes them perfect is the journey. What makes it sublime, BMT is thankful for his hair. I'm thankful for BK. Thankful for Megan. Thankful for Queen. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful for that little girl over there that's running up the stairs. Good morning, baby. Come here, Kara. Come here real quick. Come here real quick. Y'all ask, where can we find the perfect woman?
By by being handsome.
By being handsome?
Yeah.
Come here, idiot. Listen, I'm doing my best to build or believe to be the perfect woman. Do you think you're perfect, Kara?
No.
Are you trying to be perfect?
Well, yes.
How are you gonna be perfect?
Well, I don't have nothing to do. Just sit here.
You can draw.
And I go.
What else can you do?
Mm, go out to eat.
Oh, you can go out to eat. You
Yeah.
know how to spend my money, so
I have my own money.
you got your own money. How much money you got?
Let me go get my what?
No, you don't have to get your money. You're right at proving to me.
Mm,
You know I love you,
yeah,
and how much you love
a lot.
me. A lot, a lot.
Like 1,000 million.
Like 1,000 billion. I can't count that high.
I love you.
I like you a lot. All right, right here. She has her own money. When she tells me, um, she knows she's not perfect. I don't put that on her to be a 10 because there's no 10 man out there. That's a social, social like thing that I hear from people. That look at that girl on there. She's a 10. That's who. She who? Yeah. Well, in the eyes, we're attracted by the beauty. I'm like, well, you are attracted by that, but she might suck. Same thing for a dude. He might have money, but he has a horrible, horrible outlook on life and himself and how he treats people. It's not worth it. It's not. The disrespect is not worth it. The backlash of things. It's not worth it. Like I don't and I won't. Make I'm doing the best I can. I went out and I spent time with my children. I spent time with the family, even though we had a little bit of an argument and scuffle. It's hard. You're not alone. Y'all can chill on my panel. Usually, people these days they get upset because I walk away from my panel. I turn on my shows and I walk away. People are like, BMT, where you go? I say, well, I'm gonna let y'all just talk. I don't care. Social media, I have so much things to do now. I have so much things to do. I'm blessed because I have y'all. I don't have to be here. You know what I'm saying? Look at a lot of the content people put out there, man. When are they showing, when are they showing y'all winning? Doug used to always tell me, he still does. He said, you don't have to tune into that. Go watch something different. Feed your spirit something differently. And I tell y'all to do the same thing. I used to argue with Doug about that, but then I thought Doug was right all along. This stuff talking about, whoa, you better stay away from them women. Like, I'm like, okay, cool. You want me to go start being with men? No, man, get with the women that don't have no kids and don't marry them. I'm like, it's crazy. When I walked around Walmart, when I walked around, when I walked around Walmart, Food Lion, Best Buy, all those places, you know what I saw? Families. I saw families pushing and fighting through the crowds to get whatever food that they needed to feed each other. I watched a woman with a baby on her chest, with the baby on her chest, and four kids by that cart fight her way through. Now, granted, everybody was respectful. They made sure that they did not push up on her or nothing like that. Actually, believe it or not, people are more worried and protective about those babies. Oh, thank you, honeybee. I know. I know she's out there. She's out there. She's in the woods right now. Like I think one of the things about it, Black Friday. Hey, I already did the shopping. I already did the shopping. I already did the shopping for Black Friday. I did the shopping for Black Friday. We have given away for Black Friday. We've given away PS5. Is what we gave away for Black Friday. We gave those away. We also gave away for all my techies. We also gave away Fire Stick 4Ks. Listen, we've been doing it. We listen over here. We've been doing it. Some people went home with PS5. They went home with Xbox Series. They went home with TVs. Um, you know, we had TVs. The biggest TV that yep. Went home with we got like we send a lot of stuff. Listen, I think me and my friends we I guess it meant the fighting over TVs. Um, no, I just think nowadays Black Friday is it's about the social. It's about the social media rush. It's about the social media rush. And I'm joined here by my good friend Lou. I thoroughly enjoy when Lou's on my panel. I thoroughly do enjoy when Lou's on my panel. If I could redo a nerd tech geek TV movie review channel, Lou is on the top of my list of people to bring to do a review with. Lou's on the top of my list. Like he's on top.
My
I
bad, I
will.
can't hear you.
You can hear me.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
my
can.
phone's I'm gonna get on my computer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's profit. 100-inch TV. Um. No, Doug. We gave out a 80-inch flat screen TV, and we had a lot of people had 75. Like that TV over there is a that's a 75 inch. It's a 75 inch. Like the smallest TVs in my house are six is a 60 inch. That's the smallest TVs in my house. All the rest of the TVs are big. All the rest of the TVs in my house are big. So um oh an amazing woman has blessed
Hello.
me. Hello.
Happy Thanksgiving. Peace to all
Happy
royalty here.
man. When royalty sets on the family, a queen
I
steps
hope
up.
I hope everyone is doing well. Peace and traveling grace to all that's traveling. I agree with a lot of what you said when you said that this social media is so anti-family because I've watched and
Mhm,
I've observed different parts of the just different spheres, and unfortunately, it's
mhm.
just gotten worse. It seems that now I've seen some titles that have what is it, pink pill and woman sphere, and I'm just like, but I'm pro family. I'm trying to come together. It just seems to be
Right,
getting more
right.
divisive. And I understand people are venting, they've had some bad experiences, but I think it's just gotten too out of control to where it just seems that so much of the negative on both sides. And it's like, well, okay, I got it, but we can't just maximize the negativity. And that's what concerns me, because people out there, there's people out there who are doing the right thing. They're with their family. They're very involved in their children's lives. And even though they may not be married, they're still co-parenting and
Mhm,
civil and really, you know what I'm saying, really concerned about their children's future. So that's where I just, there's certain people I can't even watch. It's just
I
looking at
don't.
those
I hear
titles.
you. I hear you. And shout out to the one, the only back to the basics. Listen, y'all. Tell you right now, she has got me through so much stuff, man. Like anybody got clout or has if she would have told me shut down my channel, I'd do it right now. Like I tell you right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she definitely is like she's definitely one of those people in my corner. I've been and also I think everybody in my corner I've had good men and good women. I've been held sometimes I even listen to Lou because, you know, it's okay. Just use it. She already got it on there, so she's fine. Um I even listen to Lou when he's like, yo, what are we doing? Like, let's take a step back. I appreciate Lou's, you know, discernment for like take a step back. And back to basics, right? Like sometimes y'all, some of y'all just need like. I heard one person. It was a woman on a channel. She says, "I'm not gonna bring my kid around his father because he don't want to put a ring on me." And I'm like, wait, but is he in the child's life? Is he helping you? Is he giving you money? BNP, you're missing the point. No, I'm not. Like you're worried about a materialistic thing, and I get it. I get the legal documents, but dudes, he's literally already giving you the bag and literally taking care of you both. Like some women don't even get that, you know. And I'm not telling you that she's settling, but I'm saying sometimes you gotta be thankful for the graces that are pardoned onto you. So I don't you know like, but you know other people were backpacking her to feel like that, and I'm like, why would you want to separate from your co-parent, your other partner? You know, so I don't agree with some of these things, or these media talking points, how they hype people up, and a lot of this anti family, anti this that agency. It's one of the biggest hustles. This is one of the biggest preaching talking points. We're also joined here by Lou. Go ahead, and we're also joined by Free Zone. What's going on?
Yo, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. The great Free.
Yeah, yeah. I just had switched my computer. I agree with what Back to the Basics said, 110% about the social media thing. Yeah, ever since that whole Cambridge study came out, you know how they start aggregating all our data and they see what we like and things like that. See what they've done now is that they, like you said, back to basics, they maximize the negativity. Because think about it, if you're constantly engaged in negativity, you're constantly engaged with the platform, right? So if you're on Facebook arguing for hours on end, you're looking at ads and all the other stuff they want you to see to make money. So I mean that's why I got off Facebook and Instagram. I mean that Instagram was so toxic at one point, man. I was ready to really like start pulling up on people for real. That's why I had to, that's why I like,
Yeah, that's a fact, Lou.
yeah, man. That's why I like they had to realize like with this YouTube, man. I said I can't go down the same path like that I did with Facebook and Instagram because like it can really get there, man. This social media matrix, metaverse, whatever you want to call it, has just created just it's just not the real world. Everybody on here is a millionaire. Everybody got 7 cars, driving a Lamb, got the baddest chick in the world, own 30 real estate properties. Everybody on here is winning. So people could just make up these unrealistic lies. But like you said, when you log out of this internet, you got to go to your real life. You got to go to your real house and your real people. And I don't like this whole anti-family, fuck the holidays, fuck a family, fuck all that, all that. That's all that is just stupid, man. It's just like you. I think it's what you call it, oppression preachers, or
Yep,
poverty.
yep.
I don't know. I don't know what you would call it.
I literally look at them. Well, I already know that gender war hustlers. They go by many demonic names: gender hustlers, oppression preachers. They have many different names. Like every time, just think about it, Luke. They never put out positive stuff. It's always like it's like a constant backpack of negativity every time. You know what I'm saying? So they'll never show you the model of having a good talk. And I challenge y'all to, if y'all can, like, and shout out to Back to the Basics. Like sometimes she puts out a lot of good information, and for her small channel, it irritates me that the smaller channels that put out positive like Stingray, Back to the Basics, and different other people. There are other content creators that do it. Nobody watches their stuff. It's just like you said, Lou. People are so attuned into the negativity. The positivity is just boring. It's not what they want to hear or what they want to see because it only reminds them of reality, of what they are missing. So rather than work towards that, it's easier to dig down than actually just pull yourself up. And I've seen that. I'm watching that.
You're spot on,
Go
BMT.
ahead,
You're
Free.
spot on. Happy
Go ahead.
Thanksgiving to everybody, man.
Happy Thanksgiving.
It is,
Happy Thanksgiving.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is important to detach from the YouTube world. This world isn't real. You know what I'm saying? People forget that. Like, I know we be on panels and stuff. Sometimes we get the hollering and screaming and all that. But at the end of the day, man, it's nothing personal. It's nothing. I don't like. I can't speak for everybody else, but I don't do the ad hominem attacks. Like we don't do the whole. When it gets to like the. Sometimes I'm not gonna hold you, man. Sometimes it is fun sometimes, but at the end of the day, there's no ill will. It's all there is a level of love to it. Like I ain't got no beef with nobody on YouTube. I don't understand how people do. And when they get to the whole, you a bitch ass nigga and all this other craziness, it's like, yo, you just beefing with people on YouTube. Like I understand disagreeing ideologically on certain things, but when it gets to like personal attacks and all that stuff, it's like, yo, man, turn off your computer, go hug your kids, go kiss your lady, and spend time with the family, man. Because at the end of the day, I know the one thing we all agree on is the nuclear family and keeping those who we love close. Um, and I think a lot of that gets lost in all of this. And you're absolutely right. Like those people who don't have that are the saltiest ones when it comes to these particular things. So spend time with that family. Get back to the real world. Make your real world situation better as much as you can. You hustle. Hey, shout out to you with that beautiful AR that you showed the other day. Get your life together. That way you're not angry as hell on these YouTube streets.
I definitely agree. And I just wanted to add just a little bit. I'm for family and for marriage, but I will say, particularly to the lady who wants a ring, you know, you have to really go by, what a person does. Because I know through experience, you can get the ring in the ceremony and you can still be one of them, still can be a single person. So I would just say, don't get caught up into, a ceremony or papers, because family is so much beyond just that, as far as what's on paper and the courtroom and different things like that. um, that's what I'll say on that.
Yeah, and I think people forget about it as far as the ring goes. Like when you get married, that's when it actually begins. That's not happily ever after. That's just on to the next chapter of life. So if you're so obsessed with the ring, I can only imagine after you get the ring, like what's next for you.
Yeah, yeah, my bad. I was doing something. BMT must have dropped out. Phone probably died.
Hey man, let's get to the shits, man. What y'all eating today though? What y'all eating today?
Man, I'm still out the country, man. So I won't be partaking this time in my favorite delicacies. But I don't care what nobody say, man. I love chitlins. I don't care what anybody say. We can box on this panel right now if y'all want to. You know what I mean? We can really fight. We can really fight right now if y'all want to. But yeah, I
Nah.
love chitlins.
Hey, you know what's crazy about chitlins, bro? Here, two things. I'll say two things on chitlins. When I was grounded as a kid, when my dad made chitlins was the only time I was like ungrounded, sorta, because he knew that shit stank up the house. Um, and I like have an on and off thing. Like I tried my dad's chitlins, and he from Philly. He do it right, and it's like I had them one time and they were delicious, and then like the next time I had them, it just didn't hit. I think it's like the texture or whatever,
Yeah,
but
you gotta boil them right. You gotta have them. You gotta have the right seasoning in there. You know what I mean? You gotta have it. You gotta. It is a way you gotta prepare 'em.
oh yeah, but they do be hitting sometimes. They do be hitting. It's that's your favorite shit. The chitlins.
Yeah, well, it's one. Well, I mean, it's one of. It's not. It's just because you don't really get to eat it every day. Like you can eat
Right.
macaroni. You know what I'm saying? You can have probably macaroni within the last couple of weeks, or collard greens, or chicken, stuff like that. But chitlins is like it's only comes around on the holidays.
Yeah, yeah, I feel it. I feel it. Somebody said it's Lou and Lou related. Nah, man, I consider him a brother from another mother, man.
Yeah,
It's all love. We're not related though.
yeah. No, we're not related. That would be funny though. But if we
I
were,
dude, you don't. The amount of times I had that question, like, yo, there's two Lou's, the brother Lou's, like they
yeah,
they they have us like we're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Du, 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 du.
hey BMT, your mic muted. BMT, if you were trying to talk. I
No,
know.
no, no. I'm driving. I was just driving. I'm just driving, trying to go get some stuff. You know how it is when Thanksgiving is coming around, and then they start having you drive around to go get things, like go get toothpicks, go get foil, go get this, go get that. Like, and I try to tell people, be thankful for those moments, just like how Friezo was talking about the chitlins too. And y'all were talking about those kind of stuff. Like, I don't think you understand when people are gone or those moments are gone, you don't get them back. And it's those things like that they're gonna hurt and you're gonna miss. Okay. Um.
No, that's facts. Cause like when my grandma was alive, like I remember like when I was it's kind of sad, but like when I was a kid, right? I remember the family used to always be over, stuff like that. He had like a little kids table with all my cousins and stuff like that. But then when she passed away, like as time went on, we just starting to kind of like like they're not as big as they used to be. I don't know if that's inflation or traveling, and everybody just growed up. Like because my cousins, they're all like I want to say like one of them's married and the other two, we just kind of scattered now.
I, no, no, I get that. Like, okay, so what happens is this: certain people, certain people have the social tethering to combine people together, right? And as like for me, I didn't know that I stepped into that position, right? Whereas to Thanksgiving was coming up, and because I have a larger family, I just called everybody and said, "Hey, come to my house." Why? I said, "Come to my house." I didn't ask you, just come to my house. And because I demanded that, and people started coming, and I said, "Just bring everybody." And I had to go find tables and chairs. Sometimes you have to just be that catalyst. Like, you didn't question grandma on why you went to the house. You just knew you were supposed to go. What happens is this: some people don't know how to have that connection like the other person does. It might be upon back to the basics to be that type of woman to have to fill in that gap. It hurts because you're taking a position that has a lot of weight. This is why I said like people don't understand how delicate the family structure is. That's like if a certain political person or um thing goes down, the whole system crash. That's how it is with the family unit. Like if Lou goes down, if Grandpa Lou goes down, it's hard to want to go to the dinner table because Grandpa Lou's not there. Because we have to realize he's not there. But if we're together and we still come together off the strength of this is what he would want, then we can build through that together. Like again, a lot of people are in trauma mode. They'll come together for anger and hate, but when it comes time to do self reflection and actually gathering of strength, nah, no, because that's work. It's easier to dig down into the hole, but to get out of the hole, that's a different thing. And believe me, listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, something deep. I hate November because every November I get reminded of two of my kids that are dead. Two of my children are dead. So every year I have to deal with that pain. That two chairs at my table will never be full. Okay? One of my kids would be going into high school right now, and my other child would be in middle school.
Oh, my
But how,
condolences.
but thank you. But
Damn,
how,
bro.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, man. That's heavy, bro.
but see,
That's crazy.
I, but however, y'all don't see me have no vitriol towards anybody. You don't see me banging on women. You don't see me having no animosity or anything. Because at the end of the day, I still have to move forward. I still have to be thankful for the little ones. I still have to be thankful for the people that come in my life. I still have to press forward. And so, what strength I have left, I put that towards what I have going on now. Like sometimes you got to be thankful for the wins you have now versus what you didn't have. Like to be, I know what it's like to be at a shelter. I know what it's like to be at a shelter. I know what it's like to be on deployment. Shout out to my service members. We know what it's like. Where we have to go to the chow hall and eat with people because you can't be at home. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what it's like.
Facts, facts.
So I know what it's like for a lot of those things of self sacrifice. And so, these kind of things that we have going on now, man, like you got to be thankful for the little stuff, man. Like you got to be thankful for what you have at your plate, so that way you can get the bigger one. Like I said, y'all ain't see me take part in none of these stupid little beefs. But at the end of the day, I'm like, dude, like y'all better be thankful for what y'all got going on, man. Like, listen, man, like if it was up to me, I'll be like, yo, back to basics, go pick up Lou and Free, and let's go grab some food, man. Let's go have a breakfast. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, brother? So right now, you see men running into the grocery store trying to grab food, while I see older women help being pulled along by their husbands to go get stuff. I'll go ahead, Rob. I gotta grab these toothpicks.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with him, man. If it could be, it'd be those times like now. Like if the four of us was in the same place, we'd be eating good food, probably playing some spades, probably busting out some bones, probably, you know what I'm saying, just having a good time, probably seeing what football game is going to be on, taking bets, talking shit about football in a good way, you know what I'm saying? That's what it would be. And a lot of times we need to get back to that.
That's fact. Oh, non-swirl zone. I was gonna. He asked me to get. Yeah, you got to put them hot sauce on them chitlins, man. You got to, bro. You gotta.
That's a fact. That's a
Got to,
fact.
man.
You
That
got to.
that Louisiana. You know what I mean? You gotta, hey, that's what you got to do, man. Yeah, my
So,
Go
so
ahead.
Lou, how often do you come back to the States?
Well, I'm going back next month. I'm gonna be there for Christmas. I'm gonna move back to San Diego. But I was just here
There you go.
yeah, I was just out here, you know what I mean, because we were remote, and I just, you know what I mean, I was only supposed to be out here for a little minute, but I just ended up staying. But I'm coming back to the States next month.
Good, good, good.
Yeah, I'll miss Thanksgiving. I ain't really like that. You know what I mean? I'll come for Christmas.
That's a fact. Yeah, I'm. It's just me. It's just me and my immediate family. Me and my lady. I got my boy here. Let me see if I can turn the camera around. My little
Uh-oh.
man right here,
What kind of dog that is?
Doberman.
Okay.
So we're gonna be chilling and
Kind
eating some good food, just having a good time. Probably throw some movies on. I got to catch up on some movies. I haven't seen that Shang-Chi, so I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I need
watch
to
that
catch up on
today.
that too, bro. I was gonna do a review on. I was gonna do a review on that Cowboy Bebop, but it's a series. It's not a movie, and if it's really bad, I ain't finna finish it.
I mean,
Damn, bro.
I've already started watching it. I've already started watching it, so I'll just
Yeah.
do the review
Why
with you.
why you talking, bro? I damn sure missed that 007 review. Um, real quick, what was your take on it? Because I didn't get to catch that.
Man, it was actually really good. I didn't like how they used the black female in the movie though, because I just felt like it was on some affirmative hire type. Like she had like literally zero impact on the movie at all. Like she didn't, like she literally did nothing. Like she didn't, she like killed one dude and like two people with a gun. But other than that, it wasn't like any type of like real. Like she didn't really, you know what I mean. Like it wasn't. I just don't understand why she was in the movie. And
I think they're just setting her up for the next one. I'm glad they didn't go like full woke where they
but the
made
thing,
James Bond look
but
like a little bitch.
but here's the thing though with it, like they didn't, like there was a Cuban girl in there and she had killed like way more people. It was, I don't know why they, like you said, it was kind of like I didn't like it. I didn't like that part, but the story and the movie and the acting and everything else was good. But yeah, I did want to see that King Richard movie with Will Smith as Venus and Serena's dad, Serena Williams' dad. That's a that's,
Yeah,
yes, I heard
it's
that was.
it
I heard,
is
you saw it?
no. I gotta watch it. Is it out already?
Yeah, it's out. Everybody's talking
Oh,
about it.
okay. I'm gonna check it out. I'll check it out today then. Absolutely.
Yeah, hey BMG, I still got to check out that Demolition Man. That he told me I got to watch that Demolition with Wesley Snipes.
Oh, you haven't seen Demolition Man?
No, I never got a chance to see it. I'm gonna go watch it
Oh
though.
yeah, that's a fire movie. That was when Wesley was the man. Before I think it was before all like the 2-1 crew and all that stuff, and he fell off.
Man, Wesley Snipes gave us some. He gave us some national treasures, man.
Come on, man. Yes, sir. We were
Blade.
just watching. We were. That's all I finished say. We just me and the lady. We just watched all three Blades the other day.
Yeah, those blades are ill. Was it White Man Can't Jump? New Jack
New Jack
City.
City. Yeah, man. He even had a kind of newer one. It was Brooklyn's Finest. Was pretty good too. I like that one.
Was that a TV show or was that a movie?
It was a movie. It had him. It had Don Cheadle. It had what's the dude from Training Day? The white dude. He was in it.
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke's in it. Richard Gere is in it. So it's like three different stories that converge into one. That's all I'll say about it. It was pretty good. I know Wesley Snipes got a new movie coming out with Kevin. Is it Kevin Hart? Him and Kevin Hart got a new movie.
What Wesley Snipes?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Let me look it up real quick because I didn't know he had a. Because I saw him in that movie with Eddie Murphy that Coming to America. That's the last one I saw, man. Of recent movie. Uh,
Right. Right.
I see this. All I see is I
That
see
new
story.
that new Venom was all right too.
I didn't
Y'all
see.
got it.
I didn't see the second one. I saw the first one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give it away. It was all right. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it was all right.
Oh, really? Because the first one was blah. It was okay though.
Oh, then you'll have the same view as you did on the first one for the second one.
All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna drop down off of here. I might try to go back and watch Sugar Hill. I know that one I haven't seen in a while.
Sugar Hill
Oh
is that the
shit!
one? Don't tell me. Sugar Hill.
I think that,
Oh,
yeah, that had Wesley Snipes in it.
yep, sure
Yeah, he
did.
was
Yep,
in
sure
that.
did. Yep, sure
Yep,
did.
It's a
Yep,
classic too.
that is a
that's
classic.
it. That's another hood
See,
classic.
I forgot about that one. Exactly. Look, he gave us so much,
Hmm.
so many national treasures. I mean, that's and we still get on social media clowning them and all that. That's crazy. Like that, that's wild.
It be like that. It's like that, and I try to tell I try to tell people like um like I forgot what it wasn't really Wesley Snipes. He wasn't the one that was trying to play around with finances. I think they made a mistake with his finances, and that's what caught up with him. But he made a lot of treasures. I will tell anybody if you're getting ready, if you're thinking about doing Christmas, y'all might want to go shopping a month ahead of time. Like I was going to do a review of the shelves. Like, yo, dude, like the shelves are starting to look like Venezuela. Like, it's getting harder to get stuff in. And so when I try to tell people, like, yo, man, y'all focus on the wrong stuff these days. Like, you really are. Like, you're really focusing on the wrong stuff. Like, it's not as easy. Um,
But
to,
by when you say Venezuela, you mean like not like what is it? It's hard to this stuff's not stocked up, right?
it's not getting. It's harder to get stuff in. Like the supply flow to get things in is not as it's not like how it used to be. It
Right.
takes a lot. It takes much longer, and if they do put it in, it costs more. Like stuff has gone up in price. That's why I always try to tell people like, yo, y'all pay attention to the food prices. Like a pack of toothpicks costs $1.89. A pack of toothpicks. Back then, toothpicks was 92 cents. It's 1.89. Like, and that's just toothpicks. Like this little pack. This ain't no crazy pack. This little thing right here is 1.89. Like, I don't think
You
people
you know
understand.
I
They,
was
they,
gonna
Mm-hmm.
what's
people,
crazy about that? I was gonna say, man, like it's wild that they still like we got this labor shortage too. I heard somewhere I gotta verify. They said that Amazon is not even. They said Amazon they don't drug test and they don't require a vaccine. I said Amazon trying to get everybody in there. Like
it's to the point. It's to the point, bro. Like right now, like all hands on deck. Like, um, you got to take what you can get. It's like at that point, it's like take what you can get. It's like Battlestar Andromeda. Like, yo, bro, at this point now, man, like if you can hold up aim a rifle, goddamn, you're good. Shit, just aim the goddamn rifle. We'll figure it out later. You know what I'm saying? After a while, they just started hiring the criminals to goddamn hold down the goddamn fort. You know. Also, I gotta go watch the Resident Evil movie. I gotta go watch the Resident Evil movie. So
oh
but
man, let me watching. Let me boy, why you watching that?
Oh yeah.
so
You about to
uh,
get? You on some doomsday type stuff?
I do reviews on everything, man. I told y'all, like I do reviews on everything. Like but for the most part, that y'all, I mean, I'm telling people, y'all might want to start buckling down. Like everybody's like, oh, I got money, like I got money like that. I like, you know how I know when how you want to know how I know when people got money? I always ask them, open up your refrigerator, open up your pantry, open up your cupboard, and
Yeah.
that will tell me how you're doing right now. Like, and people don't understand that, but uh, having food is a social status. Like right now, like people have had to start to marginalize down on the amount of food that they can have in the fridge. Like they're just eating 3 days ahead, and I literally, and that's not something I'm guessing. That's something that college kids told me that are in my
No,
that
no,
are in
you
my
ain't.
circle.
No, that's 100% fact. I remember in college we used to scrap up change out of at the couch just to go to I don't know. Do y'all have a what was it, Checkers or
Yeah,
Rallies?
yeah.
Yeah, at that time,
Yeah.
yeah, Checkers had like this two for like you get like two burgers and a fry if you got like $3. So we used to like try to scrap up money just to get that, man. So you right, man. That was some dark days, boy.
Oh, we in the dark ages now. This is why I said when I showed that stream yesterday. I was trying to show the stream. I was showing the stream yesterday of all the homeless men that are out there right now. All the homeless men that are out there, and how they're right now. They're sucking it. They're sucking at it life right now. And I'm trying to tell people, I said, listen, man, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. You know what I'm saying? By any means necessary, people are just trying to survive. Same thing for a lot of women. Hell, a lot of women. Oh, you know, well, I got this, I got that. I don't need this. I don't need no man that. I'm like, all right, you got it, baby. You got it. You got it. But then I watch them put themselves through so much androgynous type of shit on social media just to have, well, it's like a peacock with no feathers trying to get the attention of other peacocks. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, stop, stop. You know what I'm saying? And like, take that makeup off. You know what I'm saying, baby, and just relax. Like, it's not that serious. Like,
You know what's funny, man? Like, my life's pretty cool right now, and I don't go around like taking photos of it, and, posting it like that. But I remember, like you said, when you see people who post like just how great, they trying to like, it's like they're trying to prove to themselves how great their life is or something like that. But then as soon as they turn their phone off, shit, they slapping a wife or baby mama or kids is on drugs, and then they kid then tried to burn the house down and shit like that. So yeah, I mean it goes back to what you were saying, man. This metaverse false reality, man. People, I had this thought process one time that I said that you can't, like, energy can't be destroyed. You can only transfer it, right? So if people are putting all this time like their social media life, it's hard for me to think that their real life is really that great, if you put that much energy into it.
you
Like,
know, I go ahead. I think that's one of the things about it where, and and this is one of the things about it where I started to, I got it. Like I said, y'all, if y'all only knew what I do all the time. And I had this conversation. I had this conversation with a trans man. Okay, I had this conversation with a trans man, and you know the stuff that the trans man was having with me about um their relationship with their mate. And I'm like, well, shit, you do all of that, you know, you should just got with a man. I'm like, you're, and I mean, this is not me banging against them what they believe. But I'm like, you're going through the same thing that you would with a man, and look how you're dressed, you know, and they're like, well, hey, like, I don't need no man. I'm that weak. I'm like, you don't have to be. You're not weak if you're with your mate. You're not weak if you're with your partner. You're not weak if you're with your lover or your soulmate. That doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you weak. I don't know why people think, or what is this mindset of indoctrination that people think that somehow being with the opposite sex makes you weak. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Being with the opposite,
Yeah,
let me repeat that, does not make you weak. It's actually, listen, man. There are places in the world to have a family is a showmanship of strength. To have people who can come to you and they go to is a showmanship of strength. But you have it now where people are saying, "Nah, I do good by myself." This is not Bad Max. This is not Road Warrior. Hell, even at that, Mad Max was grieving because he lost his family. So that's why he was hurt. That's why he was a road warrior. He just better friend to stay on the road and get away from his problem. Y'all don't get that. Like I don't understand. This is why I said like a lot of people who come to the digital world, and this is why I said y'all might. This is why I don't understand when people talk about that Matrix shit, that pill shit. Does anybody even know the whole premise of the Matrix movie that is coming out? Does anybody even know the whole premise of that movie?
Yeah, oh, you mean the one that's coming out in December?
Right. Does anybody even know the premise?
No,
People don't.
I actually haven't even. I just saw the trailer. I didn't even. I was just gonna wait till the
yeah.
movie came out. I didn't even really.
I don't know it either.
It's fine. It's fine. So I'm about to really fuck y'all up. Y'all want to know why Neo came back? Neo came back. Neo knowingly asked the architect to put him in the Matrix. He asked the architect to put him back in the Matrix to go find Trinity. That is, yeah, yeah.
What?
The guy who can bend reality, the guy who took the red pill, he is ODing on blue pill. Oh yeah, it's gonna really fuck y'all up. He's ODing on blue pill to go find his woman. But he's like, what's the point of all this red pill shit? And I don't even got my woman. So I got all this power, I got all these things, and guess what? I don't have nobody. So that's the whole thing about it. He does not have nobody. So guess what?
Wow.
So all right, y'all can go ahead. Listen, I'm not even ruining the movie. Y'all can still go watch the movie. You're gonna see that literally is it. He literally is going back into the Matrix to go get Trinity, and Trinity doesn't even know who he is. Isn't I understand when you die in the Matrix, they just reborn you. So he knows she's in there, and Neo's died plenty of times. So he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna go find Trinity. I'm gonna go find my mate." That's the thing about it. They want him to keep on red pilling and shit. He's like, "No, dude, I've been red pilling for y'all, and this ain't getting me shit. I want my woman."
They wanted to be in Red Pill Rage. What you saying?
Y'all gonna be hurt when that movie comes out, man. Y'all gonna be hurt.
That's an
Oh
interesting
shit.
twist. That's an interesting twist. And
Yeah.
we definitely gotta do that
Y'all
because
gonna hate that review, buddy. Y'all gonna hate that review, but I'm gonna be like, all right, watch, man. I said, all right. He got all them powers, but guess what? He want to go back in the Matrix. He's willing to go in the Matrix to go get his woman back. All the power, everything he can bend, everything he can do, but he literally just wants to get his woman back. So y'all, all right, yeah. I think probably the makers of the Matrix doesn't watch what people been saying and doing on goddamn social media. Like, oh hell no, this ain't what my shit's supposed to be about. Like y'all done got me fucked up. I got y'all,
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? You did touch on something interesting a couple minutes ago about the. I think that whole push for independence in people it's like an overcorrection. We've moved too far in the opposite direction, where it's like I don't need anybody. It's like no, wait a minute. The idea is that you as an independent person come together with a bunch of other independent people, and y'all become interdependent on each other and get a structure going. There's nothing weak about And the idea that that mindset is there and a person thinks like that is absolutely that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I think that it's yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like when you look at it, like being a man is like to take to take care of other people and stuff like that. That's kind of like from what I think, right? But hey,
Yeah, man. I mean, even think about it from like an entrepreneurial, from a business mindset. All these people that want to be, what is it? What's it called? Solopreneurs, where it's a one man business.
mm-hmm.
It's like, come on, man. Like, how big do you plan on getting when it's just you doing everything?
Right. No, that's
You
facts.
know,
That's a good
the
point.
best businesses are the ones that are a conglomerate of people.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, like, they want to hear that shit though. That sound like you simping.
Come on, man. Hey, how far you think Jeff Bezos would make it in Amazon if it was just him?
Oh, no, you're right. No, I'm with you
Well,
on that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It wouldn't even. It's not even just what I'm saying. You got to think of the stocks, shareholders and employees. Yeah, you got to have. Yeah, like you're right. Like that's
well,
being a solo entrepreneur, right? You gotta have investors and stuff. You can't just be you. That's just a job. You just work.
Exactly,
Yeah, you
exactly.
just work at a job. That's all you doing.
here's,
You ain't.
here's the irony about that, man. Like, here's the irony about that, and maybe y'all can help me. I'm not the smartest man, but as you get bigger, or as you start to want to grow or expand, I would think you would need a team, or you'll need help to actually, work the workload. I love one of my favorite movies. I love watching that's team based is don't blame me for this. Is Ocean 11, and that's if I
That's a good.
never
That's a
never
good
seen it.
movie. That's a good. That's a good. That's a good movie.
Now, granted, Brad Pitt and his brother, I forgot the other guy, George Clooney. Yeah, they're master thieves. They're master con men. However, they understand that like we can't do this big of a job by ourselves. So they have to go get people that are better in different checkpoints than them. And so they understand we can't do this unless without a functional team.
Yeah, it's like that on that Grand Theft Auto. You gotta have the person, the getaway driver, the safe cracker, the security camera hacker. You gotta have all these different people to make get a big payday. You can't just do it by yourself. It's impossible.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
I would even swing it the opposite way. Think about it like this too. Think about like the Avengers and all these superheroes. Like they're superheroes. They clearly don't need anybody. But what do they have to do at the end of the day? They got to form a team.
They
They
got
got
to.
to.
Yeah.
No, no,
Or
right.
You think Thor himself could stop Thanos from snapping his fingers? Hell no.
yeah, exactly. Everybody exactly. You all got to be on the same unit.
Well, see,
Yeah,
I think
I
that
think we're getting to this doomsday black pill loser incel life. And I think that this is I don't know. I think people are just getting attracted to it because I mean I guess it's cool just to. I mean, oh yeah, fuck family, fuck a bitch, fuck all that. You a simp. I guess that sounds cool because there's like amongst people who feel that way. But when you really like when you leave this internet, when you put the phone down and you like just I'm like, wow, am I in another world? Like, cause like this internet shit, nobody talks like this in real life. Like this is crazy.
And let me add this to it too, Lou. When you're in your 20s, when you're in your early 20s, and you're talking like that, it's like, all right, cool, do you, bro? Sow your wild oats. But when you're like in your 40s, You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like these are the times you should have a family intact and all this stuff. And you talking about pumping and dumping. I honestly do not get that. I just don't get it.
Well, see, here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it. All right. So this is the thing y'all gonna get wild up about me about. So this is why I hate politics these days. Because politics and different types of social media are starting to mix and collide of different doctrines. I.e., okay, so believe it or not,
Oh, BMT.
BNT
Speaking of that, right? Okay, so with that Ahmad Arbery thing, right? That I wanted to say that's different than Kyle because I mean they track dude down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if I already I disagree with it. That's why I was not talking about Kyle last night. I was literally talking about Ahmad Arbery. But somehow people keep going back to fucking Kyle,
no,
and I
no,
get
you was going in. He was going. I was listening to the playback a little bit. I couldn't watch the whole thing. He was going in.
Yeah,
oh
I watched a little bit of it too. That's
Yeah, bro, look,
funny.
yeah,
you was going in.
I was gonna talk my shit, buddy. I was like, hey, I don't see them streams, damn it. Y'all better get them streams up. Like, don't just do it. Like, here's the thing about it.
No,
Going,
but this is what I was gonna say. I think me and my I think it's different. I mean, I think that
they are different. They're two different things. One they have it misconstrued with castle doctrine. The other one is self defense. Now, if castle doctrine is a place where it's your home, your car, those are castle doctrine can be enacted. Or if that of if let's say you're walking in to you see somebody's home getting broken into and their life is in danger, you see it. You are visually observing free zones, life is in danger, right? Then yes, you can go over there and enact. You are acting, but you're trying to save that person's life, right? But you got to make sure you're calling the police and notifying the police. Okay. Now, along with that, also comes doggone what's the other shit? Self defense. Self defense is different. Self defense is literally, hey, I'm walking, Lou comes up, starts hitting me and attacking me. Lou doesn't know I just got off of work from Amazon and I have my box cutter and I pull it out and I slice him. Lou falls on the ground. Once he hits the ground, I can't get on top of him and start stabbing him. But I sliced him to get him away from me. Follow me? Self defense.
Mhm.
Okay. He came at me, people, and I said, hey, get back. And I'm getting away from him. He chases me. I pull out my box cutter. I turn around. I slice his face.
Yeah, well, that's what I was. I mean, it's over now, but that's what I was saying with the whole Kyle thing. But with
Yeah,
this,
I move on from that, man. I'm just like, listen. They know who I am. They know who I am. So literally, I just said, okay. So but like I said,
Yeah,
like, that's why, yes, that's why in Free Zone was there when I was going over Castle Doctrine when I was showing off my new toys. Like I do this stuff literally. I literally do this stuff, and I teach this kind of thing. So that way, I inform people that buy and get these kind of things. Like, hey, man, like I gotta make sure I teach you the laws, so that way you don't go out there and do some stupid shit, you know. But some people, when they get a gun in their hand, man, oh man, they feel like they're the Punisher, and they can Frank Castle their way in life. I'm like, listen, dude, you're gonna go to jail. Like I have females that come into, come around. I want to get a gun because a man put his hands on me, and the first thing I say is, did you contact the police? Did you contact the police? Well, what are they gonna do? Call, take a
oh
report.
God.
You get a report. You get a report.
Yeah.
And based on the report, you put a you put up a you put up a notice that hey, you can't come around me. Now he can't come around you, and you notify the police and you let them know my life is in danger. Guess what? If he were to come around you and you call the police and hey, this person's around me, I have a firearm, and you let them know, hey, listen, dude, I got a firearm. You come around me, guess what? You're not gonna like the end result. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
All right, okay, all right.
Come.
You in there, you know. But now I want you.
Hey.
I'm gonna take the gun. I'm gonna take the gun. But hey, that was their choice. But if it's somewhere
Hmm.
else, I'm gonna keep this gun secret and not call the police. And all right, hey, bro. Now, if you're going to them with that gun, now that's premeditated. Now you're on your own. Now,
Hmm.
there's differences of this stuff, and I try to teach it. So, other
Yeah,
than that,
and I watched a little bit of the case. I actually did not even have to watch the whole case. Once I seen the prosecutor tear up the what's the dude's name, McMichaels. They
yeah,
put McMichaels on the stand. The prosecutor like got him contradicting himself, talking about I don't remember, I'm not sure about. It's like, yeah, you going down, bro. You going down.
you know what I'm saying?
But
Right.
so, and
Yeah,
it was a little different too because just on the video, I think the Mon Arbery case was a little bit more. There was a lot less information to go off of. You know what I'm saying? Where I mean, there was a
right,
scuffle.
right, exactly. With the cow, we had drone footage, angles, phone. We had like a whole like it's like damn near we were there with the cow shit.
Hmm.
But with that, yeah, but with that Amar thing, it was Ahmad Arbery. It was kind of like,
We
yeah,
had see with the Ahmaud Arbery, right? There was footage. There was actually
but
there was
not as much as
you well see here's the thing about it. So here's the thing. So you had a phone conversation with the 911 operator. Then you also had the camera footage of him going into the place and walking around. You also had the footage of him being chased twice. Like there's two footage. There are
yeah,
different footage.
yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
there was plenty of footage out there because mind you, when they said, "Oh, he was going in there stealing," the owner said, "Hey, I have cameras in my on my property." So and he said, if when they looked at the footage, guess what? He wasn't the only person that week that was walking through the houses. I work on houses. Listen, newsflash: builders don't mind people walking through skeleton houses because you're going to want to see. People are curious to see. Like, damn. So that's how you do it.
Well, hold on, Ben. Let me ask you this:
Go ahead.
can't they like steal copper out of there though? Because that's like a big thing that people do.
Here's the thing about it. Okay, so about that, the copper thing, people don't realistically put copper like that in those kind of places. And usually when they do put certain stuff like metals in those homes and stuff, if it's a good team, when they're putting it in, they're usually securing it and already covering it up. You understand what I'm saying? So like when we were putting in the vents and and all the shit, like we were putting the same time we were putting it in, another team was coming right behind us and sealing it up. So yeah, you do have that. It does happen, but literally that would probably have been like it ain't gonna be one guy going in there. I can promise right now. One guy is not gonna just go in there by himself to go take that metal out. You're gonna
Yeah,
need.
good. But no,
I get
what
what
I'm
you're saying.
saying, though is like it can be
It can be. It
like a
can be. But
problem of people just like because I remember there's a guy on YouTube. He was talking about that. Will Motivation. He had like he does like vlogs of real estate investing, and he was like talking about. But this was before Ahmad Arbery, but he was talking about like people coming in stealing his copper like, from the piping and the plumbing and stuff like
mhm.
that.
Yes, that is a thing. But see, here's the actual money, right? The actual money to the actual money for copper, it's not in the house. It's actually outside the house. It's actually
Okay,
it's,
okay.
it's actually the AC units, the coils. Y'all, you know the coil for the AC unit.
Yeah,
That
you're right. Because copper is used for the electricity, right? So yeah, it would have to
right.
be. But
So
what I was saying, I didn't mean to
no,
say
no,
like
no. I get, no, I
pipe,
get you.
but
I
I meant
get
like
you.
the electricity wire. And that's what I was saying. But I'm what I'm just saying is I'm just saying that like that is a threat of like
No, 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 no. You're right. You're right. Now, if you were talking about a construct, Now, if you were to talk about commercial building, I worked on those, like Dollar General, Family Dollar, different other stuff like that. Now, that's a different beast. The coils, the copper would be in the building for the most part. There's copper in the building and metal in there. And I remember we used to have them dudes used to come there and steal the metal out of the building, but it's insured. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, for the most part, if you look at a lot of buildings that are being built, you see them gated off because they're like, okay, we have metal in here, and I mean, shit, if you can pick up them coils and all that heavy stuff and move it, like, God bless your soul. Well, that's a lot of effort. That's a lot of effort just getting them out of the goddamn thing, and then putting them in there. Like, you need machinery or certain stuff to get it out of there. Now, which he didn't have any tools on him to take it out. Now, so I get that, and we can have this discussion. But one thing
we don't have to. I actually
I'm just saying, no, but like I said, like when it comes to construction, things that I know that we leave behind, nails, penny nails, we might leave behind, little stuff that we don't care for. Packets of water, so that way whoever comes there earlier in the day or after in the afternoon, if they're still there, I might leave a freezer on a packet of water. And when he gets in there, hey, okay, cool, there's some water here. So that's why I know where they're at. Like, sometimes you do that to let them know where the last team was at, so keep on going. If the water is running, like people like to come by and drink from the water spigots. Like, you have water spigots where people can drink from, but sometimes we leave the water on, so that way we'll know if it's a proper flow of water that can go through the house. Like, that's why you'll look at certain bath. If you ever gone in the house, you'll see the bathtub full of water.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. But I wanted to ask you something. Now, this is not no beef or no shit like that. But I really just want to hear your answer, because I know how you feel about this particular person. But okay, let me ask you this. Sorry, so that Manosphere meetup, right? Like,
yep.
I know you're not going, right? Are you going?
Nah, it's literally close to my house. I'm not going.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand.
I can go. I know it's gonna be. I just don't care to go.
No, but my thing is, like, I'm trying to understand, like, what's the point? Like,
then don't ask me. Ask them.
You know what I mean? I'm not going. Like,
So I was trying to figure out the same thing, and from what I understand, I forgot whose panel I was on the other day. I was on 411's panel yesterday, and his purpose of going is networking, and that seems to be the thing that's going around, to get together as men, network, do business, things like that. That's the explanation that I've been hearing. I think I heard Obsidian say it as well. I think I heard Real Big Nate say that as well. To just provide a good atmosphere for people to network and do business and, come together, basically. That's not a sufficient enough answer for me, because you could do all that shit online. But
y'all can do that.
You can do that. Like, that's what I was trying to figure out, because, like, I'm like, okay, I hear that he was saying they're going to teach, like, cloud and, like, AWS, stuff like that, which I'm actually studying right now to get my cert. But my thing was, I'm like, what does it have to do with, like, the manosphere and, like, and then it's kind of like they throwing a conservative twist in there, and I'm like, so you have to be politically. So I'm like, I don't understand, like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta like think a certain way to get cloud knowledge. I don't understand. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this shit just don't really. But
it's a money move, bro. To me, it's a money move.
It's free. It's free.
Oh, it's free.
Yeah, you don't know that?
No, I did not.
No, bro, it's free. You don't have to pay anything to go.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, it wasn't. No. So here's the thing about it.
They were making. They were asking for money. Like they were asking for money. But understand this. They were. But again, sorry, but I'm not saying black people are cheap. But yeah. Uh,
Niggas
But
weren't paying for that shit.
but see, yeah, they
Niggas
said
weren't paying
Theo.
for that shit.
Yeah, they said Theo paid like most of like the whole thing. But that's another thing too. Like I
fuck
don't.
no.
If I'm gonna have a conference of like-minded people, I'm gonna have to put. I'm gonna put a price tag on it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just me. Because then I know you serious. I mean, I don't understand. That's a lot of
Like
shit I don't
here's
really.
the thing about so okay, so like whenever we have our gun, whenever we have our rifle affiliated meetings, we pay dues. Okay, we pay dues because we
But BMT, my thing is like, how you gonna have a conservative? Why would you have a
I
conservative
wouldn't have
meetup?
made it. I wouldn't have made it political. I would like
But
this is why. This is why I see. This is why I say. This is where I watch the newbies. Okay,
but BMT in Atlanta though, of all the places that have a conservative meetup in Atlanta,
so
Yeah, I think it's just I think it's just networking with like-minded people. That's the most that I've gotten from it.
yeah, I'm
You know what I'm saying? I can't because I've been trying to figure that out too. You're not alone in that. I'm like, what why are y'all doing this? And then it seems like when I hop on panels, it's like like I'll be on Bernard's panel and he'll have Obsidian up there, and it seems like they just add arms all the time, and I'm just like, how's this gonna work?
and
Like what
I,
the
and Friezo, that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's like, you know how kind of how Nate is. He's so, you know, he's so aggressive with it. If you got any type of rebuttal, so I'm like, because like every time somebody has like a question, it's always like, oh, you ain't paying money, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm like, all right, man. I'm just curious to see because I've never seen this business model before. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to see like how this works. Like, how do you have a conference? Well, you know what I mean, like in this manner. I'm just trying to figure it out, but I'm not going either. I'm just talking about it because it's just because my thing is like, okay, it's free, right? But it sound like some honeypot shit. Where okay, it's free, but you need everybody's like government information. Like you need everybody's name. That shit right there, that's some honeypot. That sounds like a setup, bro. Like I don't know how they gonna set you up. I don't think that's the goal because you know I don't think that
oh,
they're
wait a
bad.
minute. So
But
so it's free, but you have to register?
yeah,
Is that
it's
what you're
free.
saying?
Yeah, it's free, but you have to register. And I'm like, but you got
Uh,
to
uh,
register, and you got to register with Big Nate. You can't with little Big Nate. You can't like it's not like a website you go to like register. Like you have to like email them like all your information. I
yeah,
don't
I don't know.
that yeah. I hope it works. I'm like I said, I'm not trying to shit on it because I don't think anybody here who's listening is going anyway. So,
Yeah,
but
I mean, I hope that whatever they intend on happening actually
right,
happens and works out
Ye-
in their favor. But
right,
I don't
exactly.
understand it. I don't,
But I
and
don't.
you know, I'm far from Atlanta, so I had no intentions of going. And I guess that's probably why I didn't tune in to really seek out the information. Because if I was going, I would have all these answers. But
Nah, yeah, I
if
feel you.
the fact that it's free and you have to register, and I guess everybody's coming together like on, I don't think it's like it's probably like time slots where so for example, like let's say the three of us were to throw one, you would have a section blocked off where you would teach tech, and then there'd be another section where let's say I teach business, and then let's say BMT he does like a firearms uh you know what I'm saying, session. And then at the end of the day, we all like eat together, congregate, and network, and all that stuff. That's how
Yeah,
I picture it in my head going.
no, but but here's the thing though. Like, so they there was a there's a channel called International Passport, and Theo was on there, and he pretty much like he like laid out the itinerary for the event, and it was like so it was like cloud, and then they had like a passport section. I'm like, well, how do you have a passport? I mean,
I
I don't
I
really.
I, mm. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess I could. So like by the end of the session, everybody would have successfully applied for their passports. Is that the
Hopefully,
idea?
I mean, but my thing is though,
I'm
if you're, I don't know, you're right. I feel you. I feel you. I think that most people, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm nitpicking. Maybe I'm just being a, you know,
I'm trying to
but
base it off of the meetups that I've previously been to. So that's kind of how I'm picturing it in my head. I have something to compare to. I don't know if you've ever been to like a meetup or anything like that, where
yeah,
it's
I've been
like just the
to.
whole day of teachings and stuff. I mean, you're in the tech field, so you probably, yeah, you definitely have that.
Well, that's like a well, you know what? That's like a seminar, right? Because if they paying, I mean, it's probably gonna be some big ticket. Probably gonna be some big ticket
Hmm.
sales in there. They probably gonna be because I mean, I get Big Nate, I get little Big Nate there. He is a salesman. They probably gonna
Right,
be
right.
they,
So,
they probably gonna be in that bitch
eh,
selling some shit in it, selling some high ticket costs. I mean, high ticket items in that bitch.
but probably, yeah, get them in there, and if it works, I hope it works for them because
No,
I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure they know what they're doing.
yeah, but
I'm
I'm
just I'm
saying,
just lost, bro. Like I don't know what the I'm picking at straws just based off of what I heard. I heard it's basically a networking event, and I know how that's set up. You know what I'm saying? So the
yeah,
whole
like a
they're
MLM
saying
kind
the
of
number
thing.
one goal exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You feel it. You feel it.
you know,
So
if it's
you
free.
know.
Yeah, if it's free and you just gotta just show up and give you a name. Oh no, that shit just. Now y'all in the chat
Come
arguing
on.
about that. Amari Arbery, we moved past that. They still arguing about this shit.
These cases, man. Y'all relax. Go get some turkey. Get you some fucking cranberry.
Yeah, they in
Stop
that
worrying
mug.
about
Yeah,
Amar Arbery, yo.
yeah, they
Get y'all some.
we on a
Go
whole new
find a nigga with the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? If
yeah,
y'all
we
got a
moved.
house hop, go house hop. Don't worry about Amar Arbery. That's already signed, sealed, delivered. It's already dealt with, man. Y'all, we were just picking at it. You know what I'm saying? We done moved on. Go enjoy some Thanksgiving food, man. Enjoy your family. Don't we don't hear arguing about that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit.
Then one of the things about it, and I always try to tell this to people, is that like for me, and when I was listening as y'all talking, I was just getting ready to post it for the turkey, is that for the fact that I don't I don't think I would not put politics. This is why I don't like. I don't like when people put politics. Um, and what's going on, Young Link? Shout out to you, Young Link. Young Link, he's been actually been covering that girl on social media, TikTok girl that disappeared with her boyfriend in the woods. He is very good at covering stuff. Um, and I think they just now found some stuff or found some remains, but that that whole business with I don't like to mix politics with if I'm just trying to meet like-minded people, okay? Because
Especially if it's like about IT and
right,
cloud,
right.
like
There's a reason, and see that's why I say like I think like that's you kind of you're chopping at your legs, you're cutting at your blessing, you're cutting at people that could probably help you. Granted, me and Lou and Free Zone, we don't always, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all if you don't whether I always agree and me and Free and Lou don't always agree. However, at the end of the day, we still have other things that we can work together and build on. You know what I'm saying? And Trey comes through, and y'all know me and Trey don't always agree. Shit. But Trey has his opinion, I have my opinion. And yet we still can build and still have conversations on different stuff. Like at the end of the day, I learned that. You know what I'm saying? And that I'm thankful for all your opinions. I listen, man. And I know I'm not the easiest person to get along with. But that's the thing about like that's why I always wonder when people talk about like Africa and unity. Y'all must not. I'm not sure when I say I've been to Africa. I've been to Africa. Like, person, believe they got their tribalism. Tribalism is deep. Is deep. You know what I'm saying? And so It's just one of those things where we're going to have our ideologies, we're going to have our displacements. The thing about it is for us to have these discussions. Um, some brothers are for abortion, some are not. Okay, I tell people honestly,
Mm,
I tell people honestly, that's not going to be a fight that the men are going to have a say in. A lot of dudes don't like me saying that, but I'm just being honest. It's not going to be a fight that the men are going to really have a say in. Is you're just not. Okay, that's going to be up to the women ultimately. At the end of the day, let me know what man in this goddamn chat is pushing out a goddamn baby. Let me know what man is pushing out a goddamn baby. So if you ain't pushing out no baby, it's gonna be your fight to have a discussion on. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
So,
You know what, bro? I think here's the issue with that. Not with what you're saying. I'm gonna add something to it.
go go go
I
go.
think men I think men are so accustomed to being shysted that there's a lot of overcorrection of things going on. Like there's a healthy medium, and so it's like you remember when Dave Chappelle gave the joke in his stand up where he's like, if you basically, if you decide to have one against my wishes, then I shouldn't have to pay for such and such. It's like I think a lot of that comes with the frustration that there seems to be no negotiating in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just something that just has to get worked out over time. Like, as far as what you just said, I take your position. But a lot of guys like it's like, okay, I'll roll with that. But if that's the way it's going to be, then can I at least can I negotiate something in that? So,
I think I
and
think
that's what's up.
see
No, no, no. Go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So in looking at that, I always tell people who literally makes the rules of the world. Is it the men or the women? It's going to always be the men.
Mm.
And in knowing that, I try to let men know that listen, man, like some things are the way that they are for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like at one time, women didn't have a choice to have a children. Actually, I think they're going back to that in some places where they just sell you off. They're going back to that. In other places, they could tell you if you don't get to keep the baby. Okay, if men and women care so much about that, then go find a woman that wants to have your child and bank with that. You know what I'm saying? Because just the same way I tell people, if it's like it's going to circle to the same thing back to the vax. You understand me? Free? Understand me, Lou? Like you want a choice in the vax. So should she get a choice with her body? And that was a big argument I had with a lot of people. They're like, BNT, it's not the same. Well, I was like, well, if you take the vax, you feel like that's murder because you lost your right to choose. The same thing that, and again, granted, listen, I lost children. I know what it's like. Listen, I'm not for it, but also I'm not. I'm against the component of taking away choice. Does that make sense? I'm against that.
Well, my thing is like, I mean, see, I'm not that like super anti against abortion type. I'm not. That's not the hill I'm gonna die on. You know what I mean? I'm not like. I don't. That's not the trope I like to use. Oh, abortions. That's not my thing. I mean, it's
Right.
not
Right.
good. It's not good. Abortions aren't good at all. I do think it's wrong. I wouldn't want any like my wife or my children to get it by any means. But if you choose to do it, I mean, hey, that's probably one less day. You know what I'm saying? One less. Because that's normally people who get them are people in poverty. So I mean, if they have children in poverty, it's a chance they're gonna the crime rate gonna shoot up.
Actually, believe it or not, it's actually the opposite. It's actually the opposite. Poor
Oh,
people is actually see. That's the thing. See,
but I just but
that is one of the biggest affiliated lies. Not saying that you said a lie. Poor
Well, all
people.
right. So, all right. We'll see if you can, because I was reading a book. It was called Freakonomics, and they were talking about how the crime rate went down in the 80s or something like that, and at the time they attributed it to like Ronald Reagan, but then their theory was that it was because like 18 years ago they had legalized abortion, and a lot of criminals who would have been here weren't born.
No, here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it. A lot of women are scared to have kids because they're like, yo, what happened if that man walks out on me? Like, to start out getting an abortion, to start out getting an abortion process. This is, like I said, you're literally going to start out at $400 to $500. That's starting out. And literally it goes up from there. And then it's not same day vacuum cleaner. It's like you have to go first, get a consultation. Two, they got to check your body. You got to have meet a certain type of weight, and then you got to come back again. And hopefully you, it's like that 300-pound life shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just one of those things. Um, I think it's one of those things, like when it comes to that of dealing with like the abortion situation, the woman is going to have to make the ultimate choice whether um whether or not they're going to want to keep that child. Free zone can't, and you can't force your woman to keep that baby. Ultimately, y'all can talk to them. Hey, baby, can I get you some food? You get what I'm saying, Lou? Can I do X, Y, and Z? But if she wants to harm herself, or she wants to not feed herself, I mean, unless you're going to strap her down and force feed her tube and have somebody take her to the goddamn OBGYN, bro, that baby ain't gonna make it past the 6th month. You get what I'm saying? That she has to be mindfully in her mind to want to have it.
Well,
And
well,
then, and then huh?
here's my whatever the like. So whatever the case, right? If it's rich women who do it more than
They
poor
actually do
women,
it a lot. Women with money,
all right.
women with money do it a lot, actually, bro.
Actually, I still stand by that then, because if they're
Right?
the type of woman to get it, then they'll probably raise some shitty kids anyway,
Well, see,
regardless of class. So I mean, it's still, I think it's still a plus regardless.
no. And here's the thing about it. I did like,
But I don't, but I can't follow that. But I can't follow that logic though, BMT, when we talk
bro.
about black women though, because black women don't have money like that. So that kind of throws a wrench in that argument from my
Well,
perspective.
here's the thing about it. If Here's the thing about it, and that's the thing about it. We can't say black women are the biggest single mothers, but then they're also the biggest abortioners. Like, you got to
I
choose
didn't.
one. Damn, you can't. How the hell are you having this
No,
many
actually,
babies?
I agree. No, I actually BMT. Actually, I'm glad you said that. And Cerulean said it. I heard Cerulean say it, and I've been saying this for like the last 6 months. That that single mother stat doesn't make sense. Like
That's
niggas
what
use
I'm
that.
saying. Like, how the hell are they doing both? Like,
Yeah,
brother,
that's what
what
I'm
is
saying. Like, that shit doesn't make sense. I've been saying that. I asked that on a panel, and nobody gave me any
you
type of
see?
like
You were thinking,
proper
Lou. You
rebuttal.
were thinking.
A
God
nigga,
forbid.
a BMT, a nigga got mad at me because I was just saying, I said, bro, that doesn't make sense. So so you're saying 84% single mother. I'm like, or no, he said 70. No, he said 70
It's
something. I was
like
like,
70%. The 70% single motherhood rate.
yeah. And I said, I asked him, I said, is that 72% of black women or 72% of women that have children? I said, that doesn't make sense. How can we have 72% of black women having children, but the birth rate is still the fucking same? That doesn't make any sense.
Like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, that's why I be trying to figure out. Well, like when I listen to these birth logic, I'm like, listen, dude. I don't know how the hell y'all still getting these single mothers and everybody running to the goddamn abortion clinic. Like, if that's the case, like, like Are they? Are, are we doing some Total Recall or what kind of damn shit we got going on, man?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Our birth, yeah, the Black American birth rate can't be that low if if Black women are having 72%. That shit doesn't even make sense. Like, I mean, that's just basic math. Like, and a nigga got mad at me when I said it. I'm like, bro, that just don't make
God
sense.
forbid you were thinking, Lou. God
Maybe
forbid you were thinking. God forbid you
let me I'll tell you what immediately could come to my mind, and if it's wrong, I'll refute it. I haven't looked it up or anything. Could it be the rigoring of who's having the kids? Maybe like more women having or less women having more kids or more women having less kids, kind of that whole shifting. Could it be that?
Well, here's the thing about it, because the American female woman. No, I'm calling back to this. I don't care for shit about y'all got in there. The American female populace is going down drastically. That's not a guess. That's not a oh man maybe. No, we know for a damn sure. We know that we definitely know the American population is going down, right? Because people have less time to focus on family and more focus on individuality of just, hey, I need to work, work, work. I don't want to have kids, but I'm not sure if I can financially afford them. This is why you're seeing less family orientated shit and more shit about, hey,
Mm-hmm.
just live the y'all. I'm telling y'all remember when we were younger, every holiday you would see the family specials come out. You would see
Mm-hmm.
the ABC Red Ralphie, Red Ryder, BB Gun, and all that good shit. I love that movie. Y'all would see all those family specials come out. There'll be so many things going on for school functions, daddy, daughter, mommy, son, pumpkin patch stuff. All that shit's gone now. But guess what? The family functionality thing is just gone out the way. Um,
Right,
and like,
right.
yeah, many children are in foster care too. Yeah, a lot of kids like, listen, man, those foster care are full enough. Like, people now are like, yo, man, like having a kid is literally a financial risk. I literally heard a business tycoon say, having a kid, I think it's gonna be to the point where you're gonna have to get a car to like
Hey,
have.
BLT. Hey, somebody, Anuki, they keep timing him in the chat. He said in the back, I guess you can't see it, you on your phone.
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Yeah, he
Listen,
said,
I understand, Anuki. Just stay away from talking about the Ahmaud Arbery, man. I think that's literally that.
yeah, just chill. Yeah, just chill. It's talking about the Mar. It's over. Like, it's over.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
move
over, man.
on. Like,
Like,
it's dead.
listen, you're in the chat with Young Lane. Back to the basics. They just chill for that. That's just not a conversation. You might want to take that over there to Trey and BD or somebody else. They don't want to hear that here. Like, I'm just letting you know right now. See how me, Lou, and Freeze, we're talking about everything else. Like, we talking about everything else. We're not talking about that. So we don't want to talk about that. So just talk about everything else, y'all. When he comes out of that, as long as he's not talking about the Ahmaud Arbery, just let him rock, okay? You know what I'm saying? But just
And truth be told, we don't want to talk about that either. Like
yeah, we don't
nobody
want to
wants to
talk.
talk about
Yeah,
that.
we don't want to talk about it either.
Nobody.
We rather talk
Even on
about
Trey's
it.
channel, like we don't want to talk about that. We've moved on. We move on with some of these things quickly.
Yeah, and I'm not,
So
I'm like, and I hate what I hated. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go back. I just want to say that. I just saying, I think they're two different cases. That's why I don't. That's why I wasn't like mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody was saying like, "Oh, y'all mad?" Like, no, I'm like, bro, I just didn't think. I just thought Kyle
yeah,
defended himself. That's it.
but
Like, that's
but you
totally
but you know
different
what
than
it is. The sad thing is that everything now is politicized. Like more people would be open to. I think more people would be open to even talking about the vaccine. If the
this.
vaccine wasn't politicized and you could just do your research and go get it and all this other stuff, people would have a
Yeah,
whole different perspective about the vaccine. I might even be more trusting towards it. But the fact that y'all are so politically insisting that we take it, it's like, all right, what's going on here?
that's what I'm saying.
What's
I'm
going
with you on
on?
that. I'm with you on that. That's like, yeah, this shit's so highly everything's politicized.
So it's just
Like,
like, yeah, man, like everything that we do now has a political, it has to be a stance. It has to be a side.
yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like even something as small as, okay, hey, dinner time. You've heard this question. I don't know if you've heard this question, but dinner time. Who eats first? Who gets served first? The man or the kids? Like even something like that is a political stance. It's. I seen that the other day. I'm like,
Hold
it's such a minuscule thing to be taking a stance on.
Gotcha.
It's absolutely insane.
No, and you remember,
Absolutely.
were you on that panel with Trey, with me and Trey, when I was telling him that Hispanics majority of Hispanics vote Democrat, and he was trying to
Yeah,
like act like
they
that
actually
wasn't
do.
true.
They actually nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
A
and
lot
then
of
and bro, that's just and I pulled up the facts and the data and shit like that. I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, okay, just because you know like two motherfucking conservative Hispanics on YouTube, that doesn't change the whole fucking demographic or political data that we have. So my point was though, like, see that even that's political, like that's fake or something, because you know what I'm saying? Like you can't believe that fact because you are like conservative or you know what I'm saying? Like that's just wild to me. Like everything's politicized. Like even on like the liberal, like you can't you can't say, well, I heard some people admit to it, but you can't say that like, okay, Trump shutting down those HB1 visas, it helped me out a lot because it helped me because I'm black and I got in tech, you know what I mean? Like that, I
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like even a liberal
Yeah.
can't, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not that's bipartisan. Like some of these things are just we shouldn't be
Hmm.
politicized on. So like a
Bro,
fact
I'm
is
gonna tell
fact.
you. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I seen a family function, that a lot of people paid a lot of money to go to, get broken up first night because somebody said something about Trump. Didn't
Damn.
even give an didn't even give an opinion about Trump. They said something that was related to. I think it was like what was the show he did? They made
The
a
Apprentice?
reference. The apprentice. They made a reference to the whole "you're fired" thing. Somebody else said something about Trump, and then all of a sudden somebody else said something about Trump. Then all of a sudden, bro, within 30 minutes, we went from having a good time to people stomping off to their beds and all this other stuff. Within 30 minutes, bro.
No, and then you know what's also funny about that too. No, you're right. I mean, that's how it was going. You remember Freeze on, you know what's funny? You remember last year or 2020, how many people like you would talk to and be like, yeah, man, I can't even talk to my like motherfucker would say, I can't even talk to my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like Tommy Sotomayor said he stopped talking to his mom, and I think Fantastic said he got to do it with his mom, and everybody was getting into
Yeah,
it with
bro.
people and shit, like over that shit. That shit was crazy. Like everybody was just
I've
like,
bro, I've heard people say that, yo, ever since basically they had a childhood friend that they grew up with. But man, ever since Trump got in there, man, these man showing his true colors. It's like, what? You grew up with this dude. Like, what do you mean?
oh no,
You
that's
know his
me too.
heart.
It's motherfuckers. But it shouldn't be like that. But I mean, some motherfuckers acting like so assholish that I don't even want to talk to them no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't even.
And
You know what it was? Free zone. It's not even about you not liking Trump or disagreeing with me politically. It's the way you do it. You know what I'm saying?
it's the way you do it, bro. It's the way you do it. And I'll take it like me when I'm on me and BNT are actually on a lot of panels, and most panels that we're on, I completely disagree with what he says. But that has no bearing on what's going on here right now. That doesn't mean that I think that he's a shitty person because I disagree with him. I don't know, dude, bro. Like I don't. It's not like BMT lives up the street or we go to school together. It's like I don't know. All I know is what's on YouTube. So I've seen clips of BMT where I completely agree with everything. I completely agree with everything he's said today. And even if I disagree, that has nothing to do with how I feel about BMT. I don't. It has nothing to do with that. It's like I just disagree with him, and I don't understand that.
But
Why
you
can't I
know what though,
disagree with
Free
you?
zone? I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm starting to think like the other side or the conservative side or whatever. I'm starting to think that they're being used as like the left was during Trump's presidency, right? Like they're not even like fact checking shit now. Like they're just just spouting off spitting off at the mouth at any article they see. Like you know what I mean? Like that whole like immigrant getting 400. That shit wasn't real. That was just some fake shit. You know what
Well,
I
I
mean?
mean, so you have two different types of you have several different types of conservatives, but a lot of conservatives were kind of push conservative. Like I never thought of myself as a conservative
Yeah, exactly.
until
Yeah, that me
the
too. Like
line
I don't
until
even
the
like
line
that
was
term.
drawn, and then the line was drawn like, okay, liberals do this, conservatives do this, and I'm looking at the other side. I'm like, all right, if that's what they do, then I guess I'm gonna be conservative. You know what I'm saying? But it's and then
Right.
the more that I actually learned into it, the more that I've this is the crazy thing, man. Most people have conservative values, regardless of the way they vote. Like if you believe in working hard and being your own person and all this other stuff, these are conservative values, and most people agree with those. It's all of a sudden like how many times have you had a conversation with somebody where dog the conversation, like I said, bro, the conversation goes great, then everybody sees where they lie politically, and now all of a sudden it's a problem. Like those types of people, I don't have anything for them. Like I don't have anything for them because those,
No, I'm with you on that because
you know what I'm saying? Your whole life is revolved around people you don't even know.
yeah, Trump don't give a fuck about none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? That man don't give a fuck about none of y'all. If you vote for
So
him
and
or
then
not.
and then there's the other side where there's people, personality. You know what I'm saying? Some people got egos. Some people, you know, there's also the thing too. Like if I so like let's say me and you having a conversation right now and we're vibing. But we could have the same conversation on a different day with different circumstances going on in the background, and the whole conversation could be completely different.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? So there's also that. Like, there's a lot of factors that go into that, but I don't sum all that up just because if me and you had an argument right now and I clicked off and got furious and all this stuff, I probably hop back on the next day like, man, what's up, Lou?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, bro?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not down with like keeping grudges and shit and all that.
Yeah. And I mean, as far as I think for this, I don't know
But
if there is a grudge between you and Trey, but if there is, I hope y'all work it out. But from what I've seen, y'all hop on panels still, y'all
no,
still
ain't
talk.
no, ain't
It's
no grudge. Ain't no grudge.
oh,
He can't.
okay,
He
cool,
can't. No, ain't no grudge at all. I would just.
cool.
I would point that out.
But yeah, I mean, niggas can be
I
wrong.
mean, look, we all know how Trey get though. So it's not, you know what I mean? We all know.
He's ferocious with it, man. He's ferocious. That he puts the rugged and rugged individual. That one. So
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
overall, rock out. Do him.
yeah, ain't no,
So
ain't no diss. But that's another thing too. Like, have we gotten to the point that we can't like point out a fact without somebody getting offended? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Like people say
I don't know.
I'm a contrarian. You know what I mean? People say I just be contrarian. I'm like, not really.
You, yeah.
But I can see why you
You
would
know
say
what
that.
it is too? You know what it is too? Tech people look at things completely different. You're real like on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you say that you rate on a technical as far as how much you analyze and you research and you do all that stuff?
Yeah, I know what you
You know what
mean.
I'm saying?
I
So
analyze
you're
it.
looking to
Yeah.
yeah, bro, you're looking to a stat and then you'll be like, okay, why is that stat so? Okay. It's because of this. It's because of A. Okay, why is A happening? And then because of B. You know what I'm saying? You'll follow the rabbit hole all the way down. So when you hop on a panel and there's just things that we were programmed to think that is automatically true without even thinking about it. And then when somebody says, that's not true, it fucks with everybody, bro. It fucks with everybody.
Especially in this space.
Yeah, man. Like, but
I
like
had a
even if
free zone.
it's
Nobody has. Huh? What's that?
what's up? You have a question?
Yeah, there was a question I proposed, and nobody to this day can answer it. I said, okay,
What's up?
if black men are the best fathers, how come they also say that black men all the these women got all these bastard ass kids? Like it can't be like you know what I'm saying? It can't be both.
No, I don't agree with that. I think more black. I think the stigma of black fathers is starting to get better because actually I don't know the reason why, but from my perspective, it seems like more men are actually caring about their kids. But
That's what I see,
mm,
but we can't
yeah,
say.
I don't.
But both of
To
those
the
two.
best fathers, I disagree with that entirely. We're working on it. It's getting better, but I can't say the best. It's just like when they say that women are the most educated. When you look at the facts, you're just like, nah, that's not true. They're getting more educated, but they're not the most educated. Let's not do that. And people will fight you over that little technicality. So,
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, you will.
you know, we've I think overall, like, we just digressed in maturity as a people. Because you think about like a W.E.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington, they disagreed all the time, but it was no beef. You know,
Shit, beef
those are
now.
also those are also the same people who don't understand how Trump and Biden can have a whole debate and then go have dinner afterwards. They can't fathom and understand how that's possible.
Now what?
So what happened?
What'd you say?
I said those same people don't understand that they don't understand how like they don't understand how a Trump and a Biden can go on stage, give a full debate, and then go have dinner afterwards.
Oh yeah, like Hillary Clinton, how they was really best of friends.
Hmm.
I mean, he gave her a standing ovation and all that after the election.
Yeah, man. And then they're on stage. People look at that like that's fake as fuck. It's like no, bro. They're just having a debate. Like, that's it. They're just
Right.
having a debate. They still fuck with each other. They're just having a debate.
No, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if Trump and Biden fuck with each other. I think that shit real.
That one might be real. Uh, That one might be real. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm actually shocked to see who fucks. Like, I can't believe people actually fuck with Joe Biden. That's a whole. That's why I love that Let's Go Brandon. They're trying to ban people from saying Let's Go Brandon. I don't know how, but I don't know how you're gonna try to do that, but
Now
they're trying to.
they had a whole song called "Fuck Donald Trump" played on the airwaves,
Hmm.
but you can't say "Let's go, Brandon."
You can't say Let's Go Brandon. They're trying to censor Let's Go Brandon. That's
That's
crazy.
some that's some authoritarian shit.
So yo, I'm finna drop off the call. Got to get to
Yeah, me too. I
preparing the
got
last little bit of food.
I
BMT,
might,
man, happy Thanksgiving. Lou, happy Thanksgiving, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the chat. Go love the family.
yeah, I might
So,
have dip out too.
and I'm back. I just finished up on marinating a turkey and ham. Um, we
Hmm.
were gonna do a deep fried turkey, but we caught the basketball courts on fire. I've never seen a basketball court set on fire, but
What
God damn. What?
can do that.
in November?
You're supposed to take the water off the turkey, but that's
Fuck.
for another episode. Um, this is why only professionals do deep fry turkeys. But for the most part,
Oh,
I think for the main part, the main thing about it is um, I try to get a lot of people to just step away from. If we step away from the political talk, we strip away the gender tone, we might stand a chance. At the end of the day,
talking about black men, or you talking about?
just black people. At the end of the day, you still at the end of the day, uh, how much different are you from me? How much different? I agree with Free Zone. Like, like we do have some conservative values as black people. Whether people know it or not, black people are actually immensely conservative.
Yeah, I've always said that.
Mm-hmm.
Most black people are Christian.
I
Most
try to
black
tell
people,
people, I try to sit out on a panel. I said, y'all do know, like, look at our background history of how we are with tribes, villages, community. That's literally you want to protect your way of life. Your ideology
Mm-hmm.
says of how you breed, how you cook, how you care for your women and children and men. That's ultimately what you want to do, and that's my way of life versus your way of life. And I ultimately look at a lot of people, question them, um, what do they have against that? Um, that's why I got a little bit upset about yesterday's stream. But I'm like, yo, man, I get it. You got yours. You got your money. You got your car. You got to your position in life. Other people haven't gotten there, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes I don't get mad when people say, "Well, BMT, you're an enigma," and I'm like, I get it. I get it. I am an enigma. But I also want to see other people make it. I do. I just don't want them. I don't want y'all to have to go through what I went through to make it. But I do want y'all to make it. And so that's why, like, for me, like, I'll hate it when I get invited to a panel to talk about the minor, like the makings of being a household family man, and then it goes to sex. And I try to let people know, like, listen, man, that's not the basis of my character. Y'all, listen, man. Believe it or not, they got black people in a box of they think all we like to do is fuck, entertain, and we don't care about family. They have us pinned down in that box. When I really believe that's not true. That's not true. So look at the basis of a lot of these conversations now. Look at the basis of a lot of these talking points. And so, and I had to tell one person, I said, hey, man, like, in Chicago, I'm like, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. Why don't you talk about family culture instead of gang? Tell me about black family culture. Well, American, no, shut up. Tell me about black family culture. That's right. You don't know shit about my black family culture. All the damn movies we done did with Big Mama's house and, granddaddy and uncles and guess who's coming to dinner and all that shit. Y'all still want to talk about gang banging? Like, why? Why? Some of the best sitcoms in America were a black family. Family Matters. Jeffersons.
Cosby's, Fresh Prince, all that.
Bel-Air
Rock.
is still top. Is still in the top 10 most played sitcoms in America. We can never take as much as we critique Will Smith's actual life, we cannot take away that he was a stepchild to Uncle Phil. Technically, that was like his surrogate father. And that man taught him everything about being a man. Granted, Carlton was his biological son, but Will was more of the goddamn boy, like, God damn, I gotta just help this little nigga out because if we send him back to Philly, And Will got sent there for a reason. You know, he got sent there for a reason. Same thing for and I would listen. I enjoy Fresh Prince. Everybody loves Martin. Martin
Mm-hmm.
Martin was more red pill than what people would think. But and I don't even try to use that word. But Martin was like, yo, whenever people start doing bullshit in this house, what do he say? Get the stepping. Get out. Get out my house.
Get out.
Get out. Step.
Hey, yo, you know he was like mad in love with Regina Campbell and shit in real life.
Here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it. They were already shacking up. They were already shacking up. You know what I'm saying? What happened was Regina, Regina, not Regina King, Regina Campbell. I forgot they're both Regina. They both got her. To me, I don't know why I like Pam. I like Pam more than I like Gina. I thought Gina was corny, but that's just me for another day. But
Yeah, I thought in real life Martin and Pam were together or had
I,
something going on.
No, that was no, it was
Damn.
Regina Campbell.
Gina.
He was like madly in love with her, man. That's why like they had to like stop. That's why they stopped the show because she was like they had to put a restraining order on that nigga. And then she married. I forgot who she married. I forgot that dude's name.
Dwayne Brown.
I mean Tisha Campbell, not Regina. Tisha Campbell.
I think she ended up marrying Dwayne Brown.
Yeah, she did. And then fucking Martin married a light skinned chick that looked just like Tisha Campbell. And yeah, and then she left him for Emmett Smith. So I don't know. I was just saying. You say he was red pill. I'm saying it's funny he's red pill on the show, but in like real life, he was like super duper simping. Like
I see, and that's the thing about it. So what happened was Tisha Campbell got married and thought that because they were already shacking up. Martin actually moved into a different position where he was actually starting to write the shows. He was actually writing the shows and stuff. And I guess because they already had their chemistry, people already started talking about how she wanted to do different things in the show, and he wasn't feeling that. And they weren't feeling that, but they were like, it's not that funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, uh, uh, Pam is funnier than Gina. We can look at the resume of shows that Pam has done. Chris, everybody hates Chris. She killed that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think she was acting. I think that was just her being her. You know what I'm saying? She killed a lot of shows, but she just
I put it like this. You remember Fresh Prince when they had the first wife who was all who stood out as a character, and then they fell out and they replaced her with basically like a background wife character. That's kind of what Gina was to me. She was more like she had her moments where she kind of popped out, but for the most part, out of everybody, she's at as far as funny, she's at the bottom. She was just helping push the story forward. Like that's it.
If I had to maneuver it, I would have put it where it was Martin between Cole, Pam, and Tommy. That was my ranking, and Gina was just at the bottom. That was the ranking for me in the hierarchy of who was funny on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was just how it was. Like Cole was just anything Cole did was just. I'm like, yo, bro. Like Tommy and Cole were a pair. Like Cole would do some crazy, had Big Shirley and shit and all that stuff, and Tommy would be like, Cole, you stupid. And I bet you people still don't know what Tommy does. I actually know his job. But people don't even know what Tommy does to this day. People still don't know what Tommy does. I think that's the funny thing about it. But for the most part, yeah, they you never shit where you eat, and they were sleeping around. and it got really bad. The fights got worse and worse. They couldn't hide it, and they were like, "Yo, we got to just drop this. We have to just drop this show." They couldn't replace um they couldn't replace goddamn Gina, because Gina was a whole catalyst of the show. Like, even if they wanted to do a coming back to the show, they couldn't, but you have to have Gina. You would have to have Gina. You know what I'm saying? Um, like, there's certain shows that they could somewhat revamp. Like, I think they revamped Full House. They they revamped Full House, and I don't know why nobody don't question that goddamn house. Like, Full House had it where there was like how many people lived in that goddamn house? Like, it was like the dad, his how many kids he had? He had the Olsen twins, his daughter CJ, Stephanie, that was he had Jesse and his goddamn family. That's Uncle Jesse, his wife, the twins. That's seven. They had like 8, 9. They had 10 motherfuckers living in that goddamn house. If anything, that was like the first Mexican family I ever saw.
Yo, they did have some weird. They did have some weird white shows. You remember the Brady Bunch?
Yeah. Why is somebody causing all the white people like that live together? It's like 10 deep in houses, bro. Like 10 to 12 deep in houses. Like, nobody
Yeah.
their house. Like, what is y'all light bill? What is y'all light bill? Like, shit, goddamn, I know what it's like to have 6 people in the house. But y'all have a whole goddamn the starting lineup. Like, no, like, let's not do that. Go house,
Hey,
family.
I did want to say I just found out. Speaking of which, there's a Martin Marathon on BET today. So if y'all want to get in on that good eating right there,
I
enjoy.
think there's some good shows. And like what you were saying, Free. Believe it or not, whether we know it or not, a lot of shows, black shows, are heavily based on family. The biggest shows,
Mm-hmm.
based shows, and I would dare somebody to prove me wrong. Our best shows are family shows. You
Yep.
had you had Full House. I mean, you had Family Matters, Fresh Prince. You had the Jamie Foxx show with Jamie and his family. He had his family with his.
Mm-hmm.
You had you also had Fresh Prince. I already said that. Uh, we also had the Jeffersons. You had Good Times. Majority of our biggest shows. I forgot the guy. He was a teacher. His friend was a PE coach. His wife was a
Steve Harvey show.
well, no, that's Steve Harvey show. There was another show. Why he played Meteor Man. He played Meteor Man, but he had a family show where his son played the keyboard. He had his daughter and his son. He had a whole like we did a lot of family shows in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
We did a lot of family shows in the 90s that just showed the impact of a man and a woman tackling American society. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Yeah, we did.
You know, and I enjoyed those shows. Granted, I mean, I never really saw the shows where it was just a bunch of guys by themselves, like The Wood. And
Yeah, the
I
only one I can think of is like Real Husbands of Hollywood, but that's like a parody kind of show.
yeah, that's a
They're
parody,
making,
and they all have family. They all have family.
yeah,
You know,
right. But they're not like the main focus of the show. But at least last time I checked, they probably are now because it's moved in that direction to where it is so. But Last time I checked, it was just all about the fellas being goofy.
But see, here's the thing about it. Look at the direction that Kevin Hart is trying to go to now. I mean, honestly, look at that. Kevin Hart is trying to get in the family business.
Mm-hmm.
His best movie on Netflix right now is with him being a daddy, a single father to a child. That movie, if he could literally almost get an award for that type of movie.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I haven't seen it yet.
It's
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 on point.
it's a Netflix movie. Hold on, let me go. I'm gonna go look it up for you, fam. I got you. It's a
No,
Netflix
I'm
movie.
saying I've seen it floating through my thing. I just never clicked it.
But see that, and that's the thing about it. Like the imagery that it shows with him out there doing that. Like I like it.
Right.
I liked it because it has that feel. Um, it has that feel. Oh God. Okay, so they're gonna have some crazy movies. All right, so years after humiliating defeat, an MMA fighter grabs one last shot at redemption when the young son she left behind comes back. Okay, so this is interesting. All right, I'm gonna step away from that. Step away from that. So, um, yeah, where's that movie at? I'm gonna just put in Kevin Hart. But we're definitely having it. Whereas to we got to start pushing back at the narratives. We got to start pushing back at the narratives, and yeah, it's called fatherhood. It's called fatherhood, and I can appreciate that he's trying. A widow new dad copes with the doubts, fears, heartache, and dirty diapers as he sets out to raise his daughter on his own, inspired by a true story. So
Right. Right. I'll be check it out. I'll have to check it out. But
and
yeah, I'm gonna get to this food, man, and I gotta drop off, man. It's good talking to you. Have a happy Thanksgiving, bro. Enjoy the family.
no, thank you, man. Um, so let me try to get at this. And there's a lot there's a lot of single mother bashing, and on the opposite side there's a lot of 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 male or father bashing. I've watched this. I haven't said anything, but I've watched it. I watched it. I've looked at the chats. I watched the talk. I didn't see no pushback on abort black baby boys. Where's the pushback? I didn't agree with that. Because I would never say as a father, we need to abort black baby girls. And I would challenge any parent that would come to me to try to say that. I would challenge any parent to come to me, BMT, my channel. I'm not going to your channel. Come to my channel and say that. Because my children, male or female, boy or girl, is just as important as each other is. None of my children, I would ever say, that. I don't understand this. I don't understand this vitriol. And I don't understand why people would even entertain that type of stuff. You understand me? People can say whatever they want to say to me, but you can look at what I say and talk about. And I don't agree with it. And I agree with people have a right to choice. I agree that. But in looking at how it is, some people don't even have their children this holiday. Some people don't even have that loved one or that person that damn, I used to fight that person every day. Now I don't have them to argue with. And you ask, was it worth it? Will I ever bash? Um, I don't believe in that bashing of women with children. I don't. I mean, if you're out there doing stupid shit, yeah, I'm gonna get at you. If you out there doing stupid shit, I'm gonna get at you. So, but also I get at the men and the women. I get at the men and the women. If you don't care about that of the need of the child, I don't know what to tell you. Like, like we have this thing going on, man, where, and I'm gonna be for real, people are having genocide talk. That's what I call it, genocide talk. Genocide talk is where people are talking about that of the genocide of their own people because they don't feel that they surmount enough to live or survive. I will never entertain genocide talk. I will never entertain that. I will never I will never entertain that well, just these women should be beat. These men should be shot and dead off in the street. I get it. It's negative porn candy. You know what I'm saying? Where this algorithm, they like to talk about that of the angst of crazy negativity. You know, like, and I asked, like, I'm like, what's the whole point? Was it worth it saying or talking about or using certain talking points? Like, is it really worth it? Like, honestly, what are people getting at when they have these anti-family conversations? Like, what are you building? And then you'll hear people say, "Well, I'm building a legacy. I'm building money. Yeah, money, 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 money." And that's all good and all. I got plenty of money. But at the end of the day, I can tell you right now, I ain't never seen money talk back to me. I ain't never seen money take care of me. When you start getting sick and ill, that money starts going. That money starts going fast. That money starts going real fast, and you start wanting somebody just to spend time with you. That's very interesting. I hear all these people talking about, well, I got this, I do this, I got that, I run this, I do this, and then at the end of the day, they always come to the funeral where people are talking about building family, and I'd be like, yo, I thought you had it. I thought you had it. That's the. See, I never understood that. And this is like, but I gotta talk. I gotta start cutting that. You'll have it with people who always say that, hey, like, it's not worth it. You'll get taken to the court. You'll get raked through the coals. But I'm like, oh, then show me what is worth it. Show me the way. Whenever I go to the lounge or the club, I see those people who sit against the wall or different minumials because they don't have nobody. Is it worth it, man? Are you truly happy? Is this something that you truly want to die on? I tell that to the ladies and the men. I have women that come up in there, who you dealing with? I'm a bad bitch. I don't give a shit. You ain't a bad bitch to me. You just acting like a bitch. She feels a certain type of way, but I told her, like, why do you want to be a bitch? Why not be a lady? These I watch these talk appointments. Don't mind me. I'm just watching my child, and I think about the stuff that I see or I hear every day, and I'm like, yo, man, like, where's your growth? Hmm. Maybe that's enough. I love you guys. I just wish y'all the best. I'm BMT. Take care. Peace.